Hello and welcome everyone to the 24th episode of our D&D 5D campaign titled Roaches. Today's recap will once again be done by Lordwick.
Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon if you're on the other side of the world. So, last time we saw our heroes. They were walking through the city, discussing their next course of action. And with the Great Hunt being afoot and would happen 2 days from the point where they are now, they decided, and with they I mean Mel and Arahant, decided to take the advantage of the Great Hunt, as in once the hunt would start, most of the city, if not the entire city, would be preoccupied with hunting down and fighting the aberrant things that would come out from the park. And they would use that as a distraction to, whilst the rest of the city is dealing with the outfall of the corruption, they would go right to the root of the corruption at the center of the park and try to find out uh, the hows and whats and if they can do anything about it. Whilst discussing that plan, Arahant recognized a familiar face, the priest from a while ago that was in the procession, and the priest that was a recurring theme of his visions and so. But the priest saw that they were that he was observed, or he was caught on by Arahant, and bolted off. Because Arahant and Mel were at a disadvantage because of the crowded state of the city, they left things as they were and they did not pursue the priest. The priest ran by a blue-skinned tiefling and dropped something. The tiefling picked the thing up with the intention of giving it back to the priest, but the priest was already out of reach. And by picking up the thing, the tiefling realized that it was a piece of leather, and by studying it a bit more carefully, it was a piece of leather that resembled a face. Um, Intrigued by it, he retraced the steps that the priest took, and so he came to where Mel and Arahant were walking in the street and discussing what to do. Whilst the tiefling wanted to approach the Mel and Arahant, Arahant was aware of, or became aware of its presence. Used message to convey that to Mel, and they decided to turn around the corner and ambush the tiefling. By doing so, they ambushed the tiefling indeed, and the tiefling they started to questioning him, and they learned that the tiefling is called Solron, and that he is a collector of some kind, as well as a user of magic. After a bit of explaining from Sauron and from Mel and Arahant, Sauron accepted their proposal to, for the moment, be part of their party, and he was also prepared to go with them to the center of the corruption and try to solve it. So, to better prepare themselves, they went into the district of the Skinners to talk with Cliff. Cliff is the Etin that rules that part of the, or that rule that district. the district of the tanners and the skinners. Unfortunately, he was not present due to preparing everything for the great hunt that would happen within 2 days. They were, however, led to another person called Clark with the nickname Cauliflower because of an accident involving his ears that now, I suppose, resembled vaguely cauliflowers. I suppose that his ears were blown apart. Anyway, through this Clark, they acquired new information about the corruption. Um, for example, how one can be infected by it, how one can, if one can be ridden from it, and if so, by what means, things like that. And armed with, they also learned what would be the first symptoms if someone would be tainted by that corruption, so that they would still be able to intervene if intervention was possible. Thanks to that wealth of information, they took their leave of Clark and they started to make their own preparations. The next stop was the Bolt Shapers, if I'm not mistaken, where they wanted to acquire, especially Mel, some new materials. Which he did. He managed to procure a bit of mithril, or mithral, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And during that time, they also used that opportunity to get a bit more acquainted with Sauron. The day ended, and so the day before the hunt would begin, they were left to their own businesses. And Mel tinkered with the mithril to make his crossbow Abigail a bit lighter and a bit more effective, having plans to upgrade and modify it even further in the future. Whilst Arahant decided to take the day and earn a bit of money by doing readings of the future and things like that, which apparently he did quite well because he amassed quite a handful of gold, and also built quite some reputation doing so as someone that is trustworthy, or at least trustworthy enough to give correct tellings of the future. Correct tellings. But anyway, as they prepare themselves, they see that the city is also preparing itself with weapons, siege engines, implements for spellcasters, holy warriors and priests, holy water, all those things. Even lesser demons are involved in trying to counteract or prepare and combat the Great Hunt. And it's on that note that we ended this session.
Yes, we did. And guess you
And now
now.
I give it back to you, DM.
Yeah. And you three wake up on the morning of the Great Hunt. There is a lot of bustling in the garrison or the barracks.
Imagine.
People are moving out. Yes.
Suppose.
Oh, yeah, and you're getting, and I'm assuming you're getting ready to go out as well.
Yep, if everyone's up and prepared.
We know our course of action. We know what to look for and look out for.
Is there any group in particular that we can join up until we reach the destination point? Like someone who goes in the same direction as we do generally.
I mean, all the people from the barracks are are currently moving towards the park at least.
I see, okay.
So because we spent the night at the barracks, it seems logical that we follow them.
Yeah.
I wanna see the closest soldier and ask, like, you all seem to be very well equipped and very well armed. Does this glorious hunt so hard, or you equip so well because you just don't want any additional losses and the targets you hunt aren't as dangerous as your your equipment seem to make them?
That's always some losses. Those things can be tough, and they especially attack with wild abandon, making them very unpredictable. I swear once I stuck a sword to the head of one of these things and it was still swinging at me.
That's a serious thing, and they use the massive attacks, right? It's always a big group of targets.
Yeah, they tend to hunt in packs, yes.
Okay.
Also, the armor helps to avoid the thorns, the vines.
I mean, I wear leather armor, so thorns and vines shouldn't be a big problem for me. Teeth, however.
Yes. Our hunt. While you're getting ready, can you give me yet another perception check as you are freshening yourself up?
No, I was afraid of this. This will haunt the rest of his life. This will haunt him the rest of his life, even up until old age, if he gets to that. What was it? A
Perception.
Here we go. Oh, why did I roll what?
Why disadvantage?
Yeah, well, it was still like that.
So, in the mirror, you clearly see, when you look in the mirror, the mask attached to your face.
You, he will gasp, let out a cry, and then close his eyes and shake his head. Say, no, no, it's one of your visions, your premonitions again. You will open your eyes and it will be gone. And he opens his eyes. What happens?
You open your eyes. You are currently sitting on your bed, or basically you basically open your eyes and just stand up from your bed, and you currently in your hands have the bag with the mask in it.
What?
Or the currently closed bag where the mask might be in it.
How did it came to me? I never held it. I thought it was in the possession of Sauron.
I gave it to you.
Ah, you Oh.
Yes, he gave it to you.
Yeah, I offered it to
Okay,
you.
well,
You agreed. You said yes, give it to me, and I.
Okay, well, he's so startled that his chain of thought is
No worries, buddy. The hunt sounds like a serious business. I'm a bit nervous too.
he's rattled. Whenever he gets visions, his mind starts to go wild, and and after a while, focus or reality sinks back in, and he says, "Oh, yes, yes, Sauron gave it to me. Yes."
Yes.
But I
You
did have
hanging in
some.
there, Arhan?
Huh?
You hanging in there?
Uh, I had another one of my dreams, visions, premonition, omens, call it what you want. You would think that as a someone that has studied the school of divination and that has and that is following a deity would have some protection against those things. No, sorry, Mel, I did not meant to rant about it, but it's
Am I present there? We are living in the barracks together, right? Am I present
Yes.
when you're saying
You are present.
you're present.
Excuse me. Could you please elaborate about what's going on?
Oh well, I had I dreamt that I was freshening myself up, and I had the face you found 2 days ago was on my face, and then I screamed and came back to my senses, and apparently I was dreaming again.
And does this happen a lot to you?
I have had my visions and premonitions since my infancy. That's why, because my parents were worried about it, they sent me away to a female high elf that was a wizard, which later became my master. I will not say mistress because it could be misinterpreted, but she became my master in the and teacher in the arcane arts. She is, by the way, a very beautiful woman, but that's beside the point. But I have always had those visions, but most of the time those visions are quite benign, or benign in sense of, for example, a good harvest or a fire that would break out on the barn a few days before it would happen and things like that. Or but since but a couple of months ago, since we all started to go when all this business started about Akishigal and demon lords and so, my visions started, or my premonitions started to take a more darker turn, in which um, I do see events from the future, but or impossible future even. But it's never pleasant or happy. It's or mostly as a kind of warning or a foreboding for something. But as usual with the visions, everything is muffled. And I thought that, well, that's the reason why I became a follower of the Great Catfish of Wisdom, because visions would fall under his domain. And I was hoping that it would help me, if not ward it against it, at least give me some guidance and more meaning or purpose to it. But it's a work in progress,
Uh,
I suppose.
I'm not.
I did gain a lot of knowledge, but
I'm
I'm
not too
quite
familiar with visions, but I'm a little bit familiar with godlike beings, and they usually don't necessarily lie, but their language isn't always direct. They speak in riddles. They show you the images and the scenes and the sceneries that might confuse you and trick you into the path you never thought you would take. Um, After all, a mask is just a piece of leather. Maybe sometimes a vision is just a vision.
Yeah, well, we have seen persons that literally used those things to change their faces. And what you said about deities, that as far as I know, I also surmised that that they are not their their sphere of knowledge is so incomprehensible for us mere mortals that we could not we wouldn't never be able to interpret their what they're saying directly. But on the other
Don't,
hand, I also had several visions in which I am sure that I am a plaything for not only a deity but also other powers. And I fear demonic powers as well. Demonic
who
powers.
aren't.
Well,
It's just a. I have a feeling that for them it's just a big fun game, and we are just figures on the board that they play with.
probably, but you do not have to suffer those visions, and you do not have to be aware that you are being played with.
I
Unfortunately,
I
I
am
am.
absolutely aware I am being played with, and I do have to suffer visions sometimes. Hence, why I asked in the first place. We seem have a bit of a familiarity, you know, a bit of a bit of a thing in common, I would say. And for me, I would say deities and godlike beings never even pretend they are gods in my presence. They just give me commands.
Yes. I suppose that in that regard, we could say that we are like-minded. Yes, indeed. And he gives you a weak smile. I suppose we will have to do with it. We have no much choice in the matter.
Yeah,
Anyway,
some of them, some of us even less than we like to imagine.
anyway, should we start that hunt?
Should you?
That was Arhant asking the rest of the group.
No, yeah. Good to
Ready
go.
when you are. I seem to have all my things intact.
Mhm. Yeah. And then I guess you start moving out towards the park. And the the streets are basically all the traffic on the streets goes towards the park. Vendors and merchants and the like don't even have their stores open today. Everyone you see on the streets is just here for one thing, and that is the hunt. And with that, you arrive at the edge of the park. There are some early birds who are already boasting one or two trophies and are currently bragging about it. Um, in the tavern on the park's edge. The Golden Fleece.
Oh, it's called the Golden
Fleece. Like,
Fleece. Yeah, like Jason,
Jason,
like the myth of Jason.
yes.
The Golden Fleece.
So, what's the
Kinda-
plan?
I mean, pass them by and kind of look at the trophies and such. Kind of get an eye of what we're getting into.
Obviously, the people carry the hands with them. Probably to turn them in later. Though some people seem to have also taken trophies for themselves, or maybe just to show off how deadly of a prey they killed. A lot of them carry what looks like a goat's head, though the teeth of said goats are turned into fangs. Um, there are some that also carry things that more resemble human heads, though. And when you ask them, and when you ask the people, then the reason why there are so many goat heads is not because most of the things look like goats, but because for most people it's too macabre to hang something that looks like a human head on their wall or something.
What's the atmosphere around the? I guess there is a starting camp for the hunt. There is a starting location around this edge, and what do the people feel? They happy? They serious? They're scared? What's the atmosphere? How do people feel about this thing?
There are actually several camps. One is basically just in front of the tavern. It looks like the people who assemble here are mostly adventurers who don't participate for in the name of any faction, while the 5 houses of the city all have their separate camps where they have assembled their troops and are also joined by adventurers attempting to gain their favor by hunting in their name.
Wanna try and be on someone's good side, or are we going in on our own?
Well, I thought we planned on going on our own.
I saw those ogres. You seem to have a bit of a bond already, and additional hands would never hurt. Why don't we just, I don't know, offer them to join them and stick around? And since we already have some sort of connection, it wouldn't hurt to have a friend or two.
Now, as I said, I don't wish to raise arms against people, corrupted or not, unless absolutely necessary. I'd like to just head straight towards the source. So if we wish to shadow other groups, that's fine, but I don't think we should get involved or.
Don't you? How about this? I
I-
understand your position. Wanna ask someone or from more successful and more experienced hunters what is the source and have anyone reached it? Maybe there is some things like maybe they keep it really safe. Maybe those creatures have some instincts that make them protect the source of the decay. I mean, we would enjoy any bit of information at this point, no?
He does go. He does go, has a point, Mel.
I can do that. You can just wait a little, and I will go find someone and ask a couple of questions.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Sauron, give me an investigation.
I'm sorry. Should I re-roll or?
No, just take the first result, if that's okay.
Okay, I fixed it already, so sorry.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. After asking around and finding a lot of the people who might give you an answer very unserious as they are talking about the uncle of a friend of a cousin of theirs having seen something once. You find one that claims to have seen the thing for himself. The thing that lurks in the middle. He says it's a decently tall figure, about 3 meters or 10 feet. The creature has long fangs, um, a barbed tail, and the antlers of a stag, though it walks on 2 legs.
Can I see if he knows what he's talking about? Is he telling me truth or just making up things?
Yes, you can give me an insight. The man seems shaken or a bit traumatized by what he but by what he has seen. But while he might be not fully mentally sound, he doesn't seem to be lying.
Do they keep it safe? Do they surround it with troops? Maybe with the beasts of sort? Maybe they. What is this thing? Is it's like a shepherd for them, or what?
Yeah, you could call it like that. It's hidden in the middle of a massive maze of thorns, right in the middle of the park.
Huh. Sorry to ask you, good sir, but have everyone just from this city thought about setting the damn thing on fire completely? I mean, those seem like trees, and trees do burn, and
Those
everything else burns with them.
those damn things won't burn. And
Huh.
even if you even if a mage manages to fully incinerate one of them, 2 new ones grow from the ashes.
That's interesting. That's a new thing. Okay. Um, thank you. I go back and tell my companions what I just heard and add to that. It seems that it's not about the fruits that I was thinking about. It seems like there is something that keeps making and hoarding those creatures around itself. And this thing seemed to be really, I mean, really dangerous for just the 3 of us. And also, I had an idea about burning a park, and they say like it doesn't, the shit doesn't burn, and those trees grow faster than you can cut them or incinerate them, which is absolutely weirding me out. So my offer about ogres and going in with them still stands because I shoot You should. Arhan, I don't know what you do, but you don't seem to be a brawler, with all due respect. And we would need some additional meat between us and this 3 meter tall, thorny creature from a nightmare.
No. As I said, I have no issues with being around other groups, but they're going to be actively pursuing their own gains in the hunt. I doubt they're going for any specific monster.
It could not hurt Mel to have some, and I'm loath to use that term, but I cannot see another alternative for it. But we could benefit from some cannon fodder.
And
Although morally it does not sit well with me, but
we always can try to persuade someone really, really ambitious to go for a really, really big goal. Maybe someone who is into hunting something really serious. And since we are here for sure only for the serious thing, we would need all the ambitious muscle we can count on.
We can see if any are up for it.
Ogres. I like the ogres. How about I go and have a quick chat with them and see what's up? Or Arhant, you know them better. How about you come with me and help me a little?
well, I'm not very persuasive.
I am, but your presence, since you're more familiar, would be a helpful thing.
And what about Mel?
Of course. Let's go all together, lol.
I cannot let him leave here by himself.
Yeah, I just he seemed to be conflicted about having someone in front taking all the damage. As much as you are, he's as conflicted as you are about this.
Yes, but it's more that he has a and that is something that I quite admire in him. But he has a kind of a righteous streak about him, in which I do understand that he does not want to put others in danger just for the benefit of having a, let's say that he likes to shoulder the responsibilities by himself or only by us. At least that's how I perceive Mel in my eyes. You can contradict me, Mel, if that's the
seems pretty
case.
accurate.
But I do think that you. It's not that you do not want. It's just that you think that we should. That we are prepared to lay down our lives if need be, but others do not have to be sacrificed for us to obtain our goal.
Yeah, not my thing. I'll lead the way. I don't know what those ogres are, and you seem to know their location a little better.
It can never hurt to ask a couple of them. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and you make way towards the ogre's camp. At the ogre's camp, you find the camp well guarded, and another thing that you find is how would I describe it? Approximately, not approximately, exactly 11 crystal balls. I guess it would be 12 crystal balls. That would make more sense. In 10 of which an ogre is currently staring into and giving commands, while in 2 of them Cliff is currently looking into.
It seems like they have coordination on point.
The ogres that are moving out are either armed with crossbows or quarterstaffs, or some even just with their fists, and a lot of them have different constructed creatures with them.
But those are ogre-sized weapons. Quarterstaff is a log, and crossbow is a catapult.
Maybe. It's more like the heavy crossbow kind of looks like a hand crossbow on them. Yes. And, yeah. Said constructs or golems, most of them seem to be relatively makeshift, or at least not made from the greatest of materials, let's say.
Let's talk to the big man. Hello, Chief. We were inquiring about how big of a bounty are you looking to bring in today? Because we have quite an offer for you.
What would that offer be?
What we are interested in is the biggest trouble an adventurer can have during a great hunt. We are interested in the source of a blight.
Oh, that's what's. And you sure feel up for it?
We are, but if there is any chance that we have a similar goal in mind right now, I would love to hear that, because any help, you understand it well. Such task would require any help we can have.
Yes, and I would be happy to assist you. I mean, you look like you may at least make it out alive. So that's at least.
I say at least, and I wink to him and I point to the male and directly to his crossbow that is astoundingly looking, especially for the ogres who have makeshift weapons.
Boss,
Yeah.
I did help some of the ogres with their stuff.
Yeah. It's not that their weapons are really makeshift. The thing that was makeshift were the golems they are.
Yeah, they were going for like mass produce.
Yeah.
I see.
With them.
This also reveals the use of those barrels of tar and the like, as some of the golems are just shapeless, mounts of tar just moving along, or one of them seems to be just entirely made of sheets of parchment.
Okay, so if there is a group you trust enough to set on to the big goal that we can join up with.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, we sure. Yes, we would sure like to assist you at least in trying to get you there alive.
All right then, gentlemen, you ready?
Yep, I'm good to go.
Ready when you are, Chief.
Yeah, they are sending with you 3 men.
Maybe,
Oh no,
maybe,
maybe just 2.
maybe could we have a golem too? I kind of like them. I asked him that. I really
Yes.
want a golem with us.
How strong were the super? I think the super tiny golems were actually really strong. Yes, you're not getting the bear trap. For some reason, the small thing is TR6. That's like one of the stronger ones. Probably.
I mean, maybe I could persuade him.
Yeah, I mean, give me a persuasion check. I guess what you get depends on the result.
I get a stick, I feel like.
I mean, they kind of sent with you an golem handler anyway, but the thing you're getting is a swarm of paper golems. Wait, did I give you the correct thing? Yes, it is a swarm of paper golems.
Those seem like binding thing. They're binding more than attacking, right?
They are able to attack. They are quite susceptible to fire. And I don't know why their token is small, because they are medium swarm. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, apparently their token will always be small, because it's weirdly cut out. Okay. Yeah, those things are able to cut up creatures quite a bit, but they definitely don't pack as much of a punch as, let's say, one of the bigger tar or bone golems.
That's cool.
Yeah. And with that, he wishes you farewell and or wishes you a safe return and turns back to his crystal balls.
Okay, let's push forth.
I would like to stick at the back or the middle, if possible, please. Better in the middle.
Do you have any kind of marching order? I mean, it's not a cave, so you can also just all walk next to each other. It's not like it's very claustrophobic in here.
I feel like probably me and Aron are better at spotting, so we can be in the front, and because I feel like the ogres, either we can fall back behind the ogres, or they can move up in front of us when combat actually happens.
Yeah, sounds reasonable. Um, yeah, and as you're marching, from time to time you do see some creatures just they look more or less human, though they when they try to move quickly, they shift from a walk on two legs into a walk on all fours, and they are currently running about the park and kind of trying to gather themselves in larger groups and from time to time involving themselves in skirmishes, though I'm assuming you're trying to avoid most of them.
Yeah, we got our focus.
Yeah, I guess for just avoiding fights, you all can give me a sneak. Or stealth, that's how it's called. Um, let's average that out. That's 24, 31, 41 divided by 3. It's 13 point something. I guess I'll just do a perception check or a wisdom check against that. And I forgot to change the name around. Anyway, the straight D10 anyway. Yeah. You do manage to sneak around most of the things in the outer layers of the park. What you notice around you is the trees and plants have basically lost all leaves, and all of them become a little bit more thorny and gnarled. And upon some of them, you see a few like small mammals or maybe a lizard impaled upon a plant. They seem to be these seem to be desiccated or drained of fluid rather than rotting in a normal way. Especially the ones that look fresher.
Yeah, well,
It's as if this forest is like one big organism. That's what I'm getting.
well. Take care to avoid the plants.
Yeah, and as you're moving deeper, you find less and less other people, especially the random groups of adventurers not affiliated with anyone start to thin out rather quickly, as they seem to just go for the easier kills on the outskirts. And ahead of you, you see a weird sight. There is a huge, a huge blackened tree. I guess for a tree it isn't huge. It isn't huge, but trees are huge. Which seems to be, or which is leaking dark red sap, which is licked up by a small swarm of creatures gathered around it.
Mm. Does the tree seem in any way involved with the thorns and stuff that we just passed through? Like connected
On
like
the
roots or something?
You do see the branches and the like seem to be thorny, and yeah, I don't think you would need a perception check. Another thing you see is from the branches, you see people hanging from the tree, though not in the rope way, but in a way where they are like as if they were grabbed by the branches and kind of tied to the tree or tied to the or grabbed by vines.
Mm.
How did those end up there?
You can only guess.
Could I roll some sort of check to recognize any aspects of this tree? Like if it has any likeness to anything in uh mythos or any
Yeah,
stories, something like that?
you can give me whatever um, intelligence check you feel is appropriate. Probably if you want to go for mythos or something, it's probably history. Maybe arcana.
Same for either.
I could go for Arcana. I would try to sense magic through.
Okay, that's not history. Nope.
Should I go for Arcana?
You can go ahead if you want.
Yeah, you may.
A bit better.
Yeah, Sauron finds that he knows of some plants corrupted by dark magic, which feed on blood, or I guess have found ways to gather their own nutrients. Though this thing in particular, when looking upon it more closely, those branches seem awfully hand-like, and those roots look like it could uproot itself and start moving. You suspect this thing might be a treant.
Gentlemen, I have a feeling that this tree would come towards us if angered. Then I point to the branches and the roots and see the similarities that explain the similarities that I see to the friends and the ogres.
What was the description of the big thing that we were going for?
Um, a large figure with stack antlers, vaguely humanoid, canine fangs,
Okay, so not this tree. But this
and
tree
a
is
barbed
directly in our
tail.
But this tree is directly in our path.
Yes.
Maybe we can circle it. Just go around it.
You mean circumvent it?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No.
No, I'm a scholar. Do not mind it. It's sometimes stronger than myself.
It obviously has a taste for blood, whatever it is. Probably would help the others if we were to take down such a thing, but I'm no lumberjack. I'm not really. I may work with wood all the time, but I'm not the one to go out and chop it.
I'm not a fire inclined magic user. Not at all.
From what they said, fire doesn't seem to be the answer, so it may have some resistance to it just from its corruption. About how far from us is it?
Like 90 feet.
Yeah, so at least take it a bit, like a turn. I was going to have some sort of reach.
Hmm.
Like I said, on one hand, I would like to help other groups with not having to deal with a tree eating people, but on the other, it is going to take up some resources before our other fight. But I'd rather get the drop on it before it gets a drop on us if we're closer to it.
I mean, we can make distance even bigger and begin our fight as far as we can.
It's up to you guys if we want to. Well, what are our two ogres armed with?
The two ogres. One of them is one of those monk-like guys. Although, in this case, he's kinda... The token that represents him is like an ogre street thug. So, he's armed with knuckle dusters and basically bricks for throwing purposes.
Okay.
While...
His manliness is his biggest weapon, I understand.
And the other guy is the golem handler, is armed with an axe, and he seems to carry some sort of magical focus with him. Or not a magical focus. It seems to be. I guess to you, all wands look the same, but to the magic users, that seems more like a wand with a specific purpose than an actual generic focus.
Yeah, one shoots a little then.
No, so at least he's got an axe. But given that he's a golem tamer, he's not as predisposed to being in the thick of it as a typical ogre warrior would be.
I could. How about this? I could make a little bit of a distraction for the creatures, and if you would like to deal with the tree and creatures would run away, and I don't know, maybe chase something that isn't there, we would have more leverage.
Well, kind of looking at the ogres, what's your take on it? You'd be the most at risk if we were to get in a fight with that thing, given your proclivities for melee.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you can take it down quickly. I surely can take one or two punches off of that thing.
Seen this thing taken down ever?
What?
Have you seen this tree or tree like that being taken down?
Sure did. Usually we go at those with groups of 4 or 5.
And do you need to lumberjack it, or you can just shoot at it and it will fall apart?
From my experience, neither arrows nor fists are very effective against it. You would probably want an axe, a machete, or maybe even a sword or some kind of magic. Just
That's
something
fair.
that can actually cut.
Yeah, but it most likely has resistance to anything but slashing. As far as conventional damage.
Yeah.
I suggest avoiding.
I just don't know how stealthy we're gonna be able to be with 2 ogres. And I'm not great at stealth either, because
Maybe we can take just another path. It's a park, many ways, many alleys. Not all of them lead to the same tree. Time is at hand. We started really early.
what's your take on it, Aron?
Well, if it's indeed a tree ant or some large living plant creature, then it's best to give it a wide berth and try to approach the center. I mean, with other means, taking another route.
Alright, well, I guess we'll try to skirt around.
Well, since you seem to be the most skilled in combat, I trust your leadership.
Okay. So,
So Mel, you have just been promoted to captain.
Someone needs to take the decisions.
what is Sauron's passive perception?
10.
Okay.
From everyone or only?
No, I think yours is still 16, right?
It should be a little higher than mine. Mine's 14.
Yeah, okay, I have the other two I already have. Okay.
Yeah, other hand is 16, yes.
Then our hand and Mel, while taking a bath in one of the bushes, you see something bright white just poking out of one of the bushes.
Bright white.
Yeah.
Does it have a particular material it looks like it's made of?
Cloth.
What is it?
Cloth.
Cloth. Does it seem clean, ragged?
So you want to go nearer?
Well,
is that what I take from that?
Well, other hand will mumble something and you see some bluish arcane sparks appearing around his hand, and then you see his hand like it start to duplicate itself, and then it elongates into a spectral, but not a spectrum, more an arcane shaped, or a hand shaped from arcane energy that stretches out of his own arm, making it many times longer, and he's casting Mage Hand um, to try to pick up the piece of cloth if possible.
I will ready my action to shoot if something aggressively comes out of that bush.
He can do it
Up to
with a
10
maximum
pounds.
range of 30 feet.
And up to 10 pounds?
I think so.
How does pushing and dragging change that? I think it's like twice or something.
The, the hand can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10.
No. I was just thinking about how dragging works in compared to carrying. But anyway,
It's strength times 15.
and the mage hand doesn't have a strength, does it now?
No, indeed.
Yeah.
That's why they specify it's only limited to 10 pounds.
I mean, if it were a hood, you would pull it off, but a creature would still be wearing this thing.
In worst case, it would just tug at it if it can't.
Yeah. The mage hand kind of just tugs at it. It seems to be attached to something heavier.
Does the thing react to?
No.
Want me to tap it? I mean, I will just fucking shoot at it. I don't need to waste a crossbow to shoot.
And we don't know what it is or if it's hostile.
I reach out to this thing using my mind, and I say, "Friend or foe, speak up."
No answer.
It's dead.
I mean,
Yeah, it's probably 100% dead.
if you wish to shoot at it, you may.
I will just give it a gentle eldritch blast in the
Yeah, you Eldritch Blast at it. Eldritch Blast is force damage, so I guess it just pushes it away a little bit. I don't know. Maybe knocks it out of the bush.
I mean, I can pick a direction in which it pushes it.
Okay.
Let's throw it up a little.
I mean, it's that you don't need to roll to hit. You hit it.
Okay. As he knocks it out of the bush, what is it?
It's a corpse of one of the church people.
Ah.
There's a dagger stuck in it.
That's not a wild thing to do. That's not a thing that zombie would do.
Yeah.
The dagger stuck in its back seems to be not seems to be, it is engraved, and it looks like it's chain whirler property.
I will pull it with a magic hand. And I cast the blue thingy and lift it up a little. And if it pulls out, of course,
it pulls out.
I levitate it towards me, and while it's levitating in front of my face, I check it. I Arcana check it. I wanna sense what the hell is this.
The item does not seem magical. It's just an engraved dagger.
I just let it gently lay on my hand.
Yeah. Seems to be fine craftsmanship. It just has, the house's insignia engraved in it, and that's it, kinda.
I have a pretty dark smile, and I turn around to you and show you this shiny thingy, and I say, they hunting each other, not only the creatures. That's a funny thing to do when you have a blight in town. Fight for the power.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are just uh, victims that have shown the first signs of corruption, and because of that are starting to hunt to become hunters themselves.
You are the type that always sees the better in people, right?
Well, it's not that Master Glenmere, that's the name of my teacher, always told me that I had to be open for all options and to weigh all options and not jump to conclusions.
If kill, why leave? Why leave a dagger? It's a you may
But
believe what
you
you
know,
may believe whatever you believe, but I think he marked the
if
target.
you're corrupted, maybe it you also lose your mind and you are more working on instinct than anything else. Who
But the
knows?
dagger is not belonging to the same.
No, they seem to be from two different
Yeah,
houses.
not the same group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Church,
it's the
a church
innkeeper.
person, a chain whirler dagger. I think it's a kind of a mark.
Possible.
Well, to a certain extent, this whole event probably does good for business for him. Getting all the adventurers and such to come into town and stay for this.
Question: why fight with church? But let's concentrate on it later. We have a task at hand.
Yep. So skirting around the big evil tree.
I will keep the dagger, wrap it in the cloth, and keep it.
Yeah. Um, Moving deeper, you see less and less other adventurers. Like I already said. You now haven't really seen any other living, non-corrupted people for about 20 minutes. Um, when you actually come about, or when you actually hear the sounds of combat and turn to see a group of shadow blades fighting off a swarm of a swarm of creatures, or a swarm of corrupted humans.
Hmm. How they seem to be faring.
Um, it seems to be going poorly.
On the Shadow Blade were the guards, right?
Yes.
Kind of looked to Arahan. Are you wanting to assist in that?
Hmm. How many creatures? That's me, all the way to the player asking. How many creatures are they fighting?
Um, they are fighting About 15.
And they have.
And they are 7 people.
Okay.
But it's going poorly.
Yeah, because numbers.
I could always try to um, to to give the guards some how do you call it again? Some advantage on their attacks.
What was
Better
that?
chance, a
Or
better chancing fight.
depending on how the creatures are laid out, I could give them some AoE assistance. Or pick off some of them.
I turn to the ogres. When you meet someone fighting, you usually help or no?
It really depends. If they actually look to be in trouble, we try to help. But if they're winning, they might just get angry if we try to steal their kill.
Those people for sure losing.
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, for the greater good of it, then Mel will want to help. Even if he doesn't necessarily want to kill corrupted people. So, if you can give us what the scene looks like, I can plan where I'm shooting.
And I am currently setting the scene. Whoop, whoop. I guess these guys should technically be small. And where do I have my corrupted people?
The elves. I see.
Yeah, the elves. And a bunch of weaker guys. This.
Jan,
Yeah.
could you, although it's a magnificent piece of art, but
Oh yeah.
could you
Carriage.
erase the carriage and Bessie, or old Bessie? You may even erase it entirely.
I guess. But technically, that's still where those people are. I think I actually erased the creature with it. Yeah, no.
Well, most of them are no longer part of.
No, those people are all still part of the party. Those are specifically the 2 that are part of the party. And then Sherbot's little helper and the dragon that they found.
Mm-hmm.
Um. It's at 15, so I should just put in 2 more of these. Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Mm.
Maybe put it a little bit more towards the middle of the screen. Have these guys actually in combat.
You know, now that I'm looking at them, I don't feel like helping.
Um,
Okay, and then how far are we in relation to them?
I'll just put the square to the side for now, and
Mhm.
I'll put in the Oh god, why is the split Discord so much bigger than it used to be? Oh no. Why did this break? Why did this break so hard? I am confused.
Yeah, that was well within my range.
When did this thing get so much bigger than before? Technical difficulties? Well, the bottom is correct, but the top is just way less than it's supposed to crop. Like 820? No. 890? No. 950? No. 1000? Still too little? 1100? 1100 seems to work. This can be a bit smaller down here, and now I need to actually zoom in. Oh no. Or I guess zoom out. Can I even make it so that the group can be seen? Yeah, I guess this is the least chaotic I can make it. Because I kind of spread them across the entire battle map. Wait, why is this not even remotely in the middle of this? Everything is just so weirdly broken. As if something fucked around with the settings. Yeah, this works better. Okay. I guess these still roughly work.
Now if I can just roll decent initiative.
Oh yeah, initiative.
Do we have any bonuses because they don't know that we're coming in them?
I guess you can. I mean, that's not. I don't think you can really do. How is it called? Surprise round, like in a combat that has already started.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Wait, why is that still under the name that hasn't been renamed yet?
You need to click your token, Sauron, when you do the initiative.
I just forgot to switch from the hacking ruler.
Does it work now? I'm confused.
I'm not re-rolling, right? Initiative 14, or should I?
No.
Keep what you got.
I'm just.
Deal.
Okay. Apparently, for this one token, I didn't write in the name correctly.
That's a lot of initiative to roll.
Yep.
Will you group at least the trash together?
I usually don't like grouping too much things together.
Nice. It can go poorly fast.
Because then, if all the trash attacks at the same time, they can just burst down people. And
that's fair.
And that's why I do have an initiative macro, so the rolling goes very quickly. I just needed to fix one name. Our hand is not an initiative. I guess the ogres need to get in there.
Yeah, and then
And then I wanted to add Sauron and type in his actual initiative, which was 14.
14.
I wish I'd roll a little bit hotter than that. But
our hand is just in the middle of all the creatures. Okay. Then
all
I
we
can
need to
just
save is two Gals and the Golden Dude, so.
what was your important die for the day, Aron?
19 and 17.
Would you like to give me that 19 on my initiative? That way I can get to these guys before they get a chance to act.
Yep. You've got it.
What initiative did he give you? What was his important die?
19.
Uh,
19 plus his initiative.
Well, I think I only need the 17.
what would be 19 plus your bonus?
Well, he can just give me the 17 because I would be at
Oh.
21.
Oh,
Yeah,
17.
you get
Okay, you're at 21. That works well. I should drag the turn order over here. Yeah. I guess you can have advantage on your first shot.
Well, my first shot, technically advantage doesn't do anything for me. But I appreciate it. So I'm going to shoot a shrapnel shot. Sharp target. Because these guys, the little dudes by the golden elf, are their allies, right?
Yeah, they are fake creatures.
Yeah.
They are
Okay.
shadow fae.
So targeting the second square behind this chubby guy should hit everything on that front line as far as enemies. So all the ghouls and ghasts, and then whatever that big green guy is, and then chubby.
Yeah.
So, who are the guards? The guards are the elves, I suppose.
Basically, let me just. Oh, you can't put markers on people on Mars, sadly. Let me just.
We soften up the.
Basically, these guys. It's a deck save for half damage. Okay.
Yep.
That's. Wait, are you hitting everything up there? So also the guy, so all the guys from the far left to the far right.
Yep, and then the big guy that's slightly behind them.
Okay, that's a lot of saves.
That's a serious shot.
And what were the big guys called? Where do I have them? Here. Okay.
I got lucky that I rolled pretty shit on the damage.
Okay, so one save from the big guy. One save from actually large guy. Two saves from. I mean, they are guards. Even though they have different names, they are guards. I guess. I mean, they are not, but from the things that you described as guards, and four from the ghouls.
That's a lot of fails. I like that.
What is it? It's a half save, isn't it? Okay, the
Yep.
big guy.
Like I said, they got lucky in that I rolled low damage on it, but
That guy. The two One of those failed. And the little guys, all except one failed. Yeah. That's a lot of targets, and that's all the damage.
Okay. Think I'll do it one more time. Same targets. I only have 4 of these, and I have to make them in a rest.
um,
Can't recover these.
I say to our mission. I say to our mission leader, I can make some distraction, like a darkness, a proper field of darkness for those troops to pull out, and we can just gun them down as they try to chase them.
Can you give me the damage for the second shot so I know
Oh,
if
shit,
I even
yeah.
have to roll with the little guys? I mean, I probably have to, but
Yeah, that was way better damage. Of course, I roll a little bit better, seems, but
okay. So what do we have here? The leader takes full. That thing takes half. Then these guys, one takes half, one takes full, and of the little guys, full, half, full. Okay, that means 2 are dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of them are now heavily damaged.
they got like pieces of shards of wood and shrapnel on their back. Well, I'm satisfied with that. That is my turn. My 2 shots.
Yeah, of the steeds that, or the big guys, they somehow are all in line, are all just attacking, and it's all of them are basically on the same initiative.
It's like you grouped them.
Yeah, accidentally. 2 of them attack the smaller Fae, while the other ones, I guess they just dash into your face. And no, I don't want Windows updates. Thanks.
Dash, like 90 feet dash.
Like dash action, yes. Wait.
Holy hell!
Yeah, I seem pretty fast, whatever they is.
That's a long dash.
They probably got like a base of 40.
The
Sound like.
ogre now in melee hits with his axe. It's 2x attacks, I think. Yes.
Nice.
Guess he currently uses it one-handed. More ghoul going on down there. Sarwan. Do your thing.
Okay, 21. I will shoot. Obviously, I mean, let's stab the purple guy, the big belly, fat, ugly thing, like this bloated thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Probably looks like a puffer
All
fist.
the rays, it means 2, both at the same creature.
Okay. And at the bloated guy down there, you mean?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. Bloated. 11 doesn't hit.
He dodges low. Big thing moves fast.
Yes. Surprisingly.
Yeah, another shot.
Yeah, I think you can make separate. Yeah, you make separate attacks for the Eldritch Blasts, don't you?
Yeah. So he doesn't
Or
necessarily have to.
Or is it one attack per target?
No, it's separate
it-
attack.
It's 2 rays, so it's 2 separate rays.
Okay.
Makes sense to roll them
Yeah.
separately.
Okay. Then give me the next one. That
Okay.
hits.
Nice.
And you blast him into his belly.
Still standing.
Yeah, it just bounces a little bit back and forth and wobbles, though it doesn't seem majorly perturbed by it.
He's got all these wood splinters in him. He's got a gash from a force blast going through him.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I don't think so, no. I don't think I can do anything else other than attack.
Yeah. The creatures together take down one of the smaller combatants. Yes, the golem swarm tries to moves on top of one of the creatures in melee. And where do I have my paper golem swarm? Too many separate stat sheets.
I know the feeling.
Are those creatures undead or they are alive but mutated?
They look emaciated. They may or may not use only very slightly modified ghoul stat blocks, but I mean, from how they look, they might be undead, but no one ever said something about undead. So, yeah, that should hit one of those big guys.
Nice. That's kind of funny that they do slashing damage. It means our swarm could have hurt that tree. Be paper attacking paper.
Yeah. They damage
A cannibalism act.
Let's see what big guy does.
The thing is, he doesn't really have the best of speeds. It could just dash up to here. Really doesn't do any cool ranged things, no. Our hunt.
Okay. Arahant will pull out his spellbook, flip through a few pages, and then with his staff in hand, will start an incantation. And whilst he's doing that, a a kind of shimmering light appears around everything that is in this square, and
Very
all
fire.
those creatures have to roll
Dexterity.
Save.
Um,
DC 15.
all creatures or all creatures of your choice?
Uh,
I think it's all of them, yes. So
yeah, any creature. So,
So
the
the-
swarm also.
yes.
For the greater good. Because
They cannot go, if they fail, they cannot go invisible, but I do not think they are able to become invisible.
somehow Big Boy dodges it.
Yeah. He is just on the edge of the thing and he just moves out. Doesn't even have a good dexterity, does he? No. He just rolls well. What symbol kind of glows? I guess this kind of glows.
Hey, I appreciate advantage.
Yeah. I
But those
don't.
those who fail, or at least in that cube shaped space, you see a blue shimmering sheen of some arcane stuff. I'm using blue because blue is the color most associated with Arahant. It's also his name. Arahant is cerulean, and cerulean.
Your microphone is bugging out a bit.
Better now?
I think so.
Yeah, I was hearing what he was saying, but yeah, I got you a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My
No, it's not
microphone is
better. No, it isn't.
No?
It's somehow worse.
Well, for me, it's okay. Oddly.
Wait, why am I hearing everyone bad? Is it actually my headphones? Oh no.
Been you the whole time.
Yeah, this sounds like it's my headphones.
Better now.
It's somehow better now. Wait, it might have also been like my internet connection. I don't know.
Okay. But does they, because yeah, cerulean is another word for blue, and so those who fail, that blue sheen remains on them, and they are outlined in some blue lights. Blue, white, and gray are the favorite colors of Arahant. That's why. So yeah, and then you will. Arahant is quite squishy, so Arahant will use his movement to move. Of course, that's why movements exist, and he will go into that corner here.
Very cool.
And Arahant is saying, you would. Those who are shining should be easier to hit.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah, one of the a bit stronger guys knocks out another Fey. Then I should open up the correct ogre, and he now has 2 fist attacks with I guess with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do
Indeed.
Fae even fight back?
I'll just make them do damage at the end of the turn. I don't really want to attack for those as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of different stat blocks.
Yeah.
That advantage paid dividends, though. It's a nice Aron.
Yeah. Basically, big guy kills a ghoul.
My magic is not very offensive.
2 of the little guys kill one, and one of the ghouls in the back dies. Yeah, and we're back to Mal.
Yep. How did Big Boy take those punches?
You mean the bloated guy?
No, the big ass creature that's in the ogre's face.
They do seem to be quite hurt.
Okay.
They do not seem very strong for their size.
Oh, pile. Well, Aron is giving me advantage, so I may as well take advantage of that. So I will do a. Make sure I do the right one. Nope. This one, yes. Do a heavy shot, sharpshooter on the one to the right. So,
Hits. Yeah, that is a
sharpshooter
big
with a
pile of
heavy bolt.
damage. It isn't that though. The one on the right is the one that's kind of less damaged.
Yeah, it's one I shot. Was the one on the right. Because I didn't know if I'd accidentally hit the golems.
Yeah. Yeah, it isn't that yet, but if you hit another one of those, it will be.
And let's try.
That hits. You kill it.
Nice. Oh, good. I guess technically I would have moved out here.
The creature goes down surprisingly quickly.
Yep. That's. In fact, we still got a boss fight, so I probably want to save my action surge. So, yep, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
Picked off my 2 shots. Fighters do damage, man. That's what we do.
Yep. Yes. The horse is in the back. The horse is in the front. These things can multi-attack and it bites twice. I think one of those hits the ogre. And it seems to actually bite out a chunk and immediately eat said chunk.
That's just nasty.
And the other ones just strike at the Fae. The big ogre will just hit another 2 times.
Yep, at advantage.
So those both hit.
Nice.
Also, the stat sheet is just straight up lying, but anyway.
I was wondering.
That creature is just barely alive. Yeah, that thing says all attacks have like 1d8 arcane damage, which is included in all attacks, but it definitely isn't included in all attacks.
Yeah.
It isn't included in the axe at all. Or not arcane damage, force damage, I mean.
Yeah.
I guess it could be relevant. Maybe that thing would be dead this turn. Yeah, that's exactly one more than needed.
Hey, nice. It vanished into the shadow realm. Hit him so hard.
Oh yeah, maybe I should do the... Wait, that was wrong. First the axe, then put it into the map layer. Boom. Sauron.
Yep.
Well, first of all, I will stay in the fashion of our cowardly tactics and sidestep. Because I don't want any creatures to end up on my face.
Hey, I got 400 feet of range, baby.
I have 200, which is more than plenty for this fight. Targeting this and that.
I didn't see the end that.
But,
Two long tongue boys in the front.
Okay,
This one. And
then
this
give
one.
it your best shot.
Yes, and I will. Do I have a small action after death?
What do you want to do after that?
Speak. Basically.
Yes, you can.
Okay, then off with my Eldritch Blasts.
as long as you don't filibuster, you can.
Fuck.
Okay.
I don't think those hit.
Has your speech changed?
Yeah. It's not a speech, and you will not hear it. I use my mind to speak directly to the bloated figure, which seems to be a leader of this pack, and I say, "Your master is merely trying to avoid the unavoidable. He is going to die today."
Can things answer telepathically?
The last time I saw this thing used, they did answer telepathically, but you can use the description that I have.
Awakened mind, you can communicate. You don't need to share a language. With a creature for it to understand you. I don't think it can answer. I think this is one-way telepathy.
Yes, it is. It depends. It depends.
Communicate is kind of a complicated word to untangle.
The thing just yells back, or for the others it just yells without any reason. Silence, meat!
Hello! Now I know you can speak.
Yes, and these things take out another Fae? Which ghoul is that? Oh, it's the only one that's even barely alive. Cool. The paper golem. Guess it will move on to Mr. Bloatyface. I shouldn't have called him that.
Bloaty McBloatface, that's it.
How bloaty.
That. Though it doesn't even hit.
He just gets in the fetal position. It's
What
Yeah,
he's a kung fu master.
Those things just can't really cut through his skin. Or maybe they can, but they only cut skin deep.
It's just a paper slaps.
It's a paper cut.
Yes.
Oh, now I get to see what he's up to.
Oh, will it do the...
I mean, it does have advantage on the paper things. It wants to swing at him, but
I think it just wants... Oh wait, I moved the paper things instead of him. I don't think it will want to move that paper. That just wants to get out. It will take another cut. That still doesn't really hit. It moves up until there. And I guess it will bite first.
no, it's also cursed apparently.
Yeah, that was a 2. Roll, and maybe the clock. What in the nine hells? No, okay.
I've been there, man. I've reckless attacked as a barbarian monk, 6 attacks and missed every one of them. So at advantage, I've missed 6 attacks. It's like the dice.
I'm not rolling good today at all. I'm not rolling good today at all, too.
Our hand.
Well, Arahant will move at his spell book is attached with a kind of a bandolier. So he drops his spell book, but it hangs. It keeps on hanging, and he runs to the place where he's staying. And while he's doing that, with his free hand, he clutches his holy symbol, and he speaks softly. "Oh, great deity, may I ask that you lend me your strength?" And when arriving there, his eyes turn blue-white, and as a bonus action, he will call here a spiritual weapon. What symbol or weapon would be most appropriate for the great catfish of wisdom, if any?
I mean,
Should it,
A harpoon, maybe?
or should it just take the form of a catfish?
Like a fish slap. Bum.
yeah,
Spectral
basically
catfish.
you could probably either a fish or a dart. I would say that the fish actually sounds better.
Well, a spectral catfish appears, and as part of the spell and the bonus action, it will try to bite.
Okay,
So
why
you
is
see
my audio that's screwed up?
No, it's good.
No. I'm never sure if it's on. Anyway, continue. Where did you put it?
here.
So. No, that's a terrible fish. That's a bit better.
Yeah. And so he will take a bite. You see the fish happing to into the leader. So normal roll, okay. There we go. The 14 hit.
The 14 hits, yes.
Nice.
For 6 force damage.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, it's a spectral fish, but at least
So you rammed him.
at least the deity is helping, and
Yeah.
with his action, and because it's a cantrip, he can cast it, and he does not need his spell book because those are memorized. He stretched out the same hand, and he says something like "Ignifil," and this time instead of blues, white, or grays, you see yellows, oranges, and hues of yellow, orange, and red, and he casts a firebolt.
Okay, can we maybe take a short break at this point so I can maybe figure out my audio issues? Because
No problem.
oh wait, does anyone else hear him in a strange way, or does he sound normal to you?
No, he sounds perfectly fine.
Okay, yeah, then it's definitely on my end. Yeah, I
Tea
think
time.
I'll do a break. Wait,
Take a break.
wait. Yeah, exactly. The fire forms around the sand, and then we're taking a break. So, this should now hopefully be better.
So as the fire is forming around the hand of Arahant, it shapes itself into a ball, and with a resounding whoosh, the fireball hurls itself towards the bloated thing. And where is my ward? Here it is.
Nice.
25 to hit for a measly 7 fire damage.
Yeah,
You
and it
throw that.
does indeed hit and burn the creature's skin. The creature is still as unperturbed as ever.
That's Arahant's turn.
Yeah, I already did the damage on the guys down there beforehand, so the Bashy
darn.
Ogre just goes with his hands, just goes with his fists again.
Yeah. Arhan, you might want to drop Fairy Fire now, just because it's only hurting the golems.
Is this a bonus action or a free action?
The drop a spell is just a free action.
Yeah.
Drop concentration, I mean.
I will see if it's concentration, yes or no. It's concentration up to 1 minute. Okay. Well, he will then indeed let go of the fair fire.
Yeah. Okay. That is unfired. Isn't spiritual weapon also concentration anyway?
No,
No.
it's just
No,
unmade.
okay. I thought the okay.
It remains for 1 minute, so even if Arahant should die, and I mean through that, the thing would no longer move, but it will still hang there
It's just
until its time is up.
That's dark.
Yes.
Someone puts it as your gravestone.
Mm.
After a minute, it's gone. So
Yeah,
Quick gravestoning.
Yeah,
exactly.
shallow grave.
The ogre just hits a single hit. So it punches hard.
Oh. How's Chubbs holding up?
He does still look pretty okay.
Damn, he's a stocky boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to help with him, but I feel like he's at least entertained for the moment, whereas they're still taking losses back here. So, think I will leverage another heavy shot at probably this left big boy.
Okay. Let's see if you hit.
Damn.
I don't think you hit.
And I can't fix that. I've rolled away my luck testing stuff. Mark that.
Yeah, the casual double crit. Just
Well,
up there.
I set it to crit, but it was a 15
Okay.
and a 17. So I was wanting to test crits. I'll take another shot at it. So 16.
That
hit.
does it.
Nice.
And,
Yeah, give me the damage. I'm gonna re-roll. No, wait, no, they both rolled high. Never mind. I'm not re-rolling any of them.
Yeah,
I need to remember that feature more. But
and if those guys focused on the big guy before, it might be dead, but they mostly were attacking.
I will.
Oh, you will?
Yeah, I will. I will do a trip attack. Mostly just to get another D8 on there for
Okay.
damage.
Cool. And it's
And then he does
Dex?
a strength save.
Oh, it's Strength, okay.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna make it, but
Yeah.
There's more
I
so just
kind
to
of
get
used
that
the
little
wrong
extra
stat
damage.
sheet, but it makes it anyway.
Nah, it's only DC 15. Darn. I was trying to put him down.
Those things will just go after the backline, guys. Bam. The ogre will do ogre things. XX.
It's all ogre now.
Okay, that's the second double crit fail I did with an ogre this combat. But anyway. Oh boy, 7 slashing damage and the D8 force, that's 3. Okay.
Oh, yeah, because those shots have half range. I was confused. Like, why is my range so short?
Those ogres are not having their best time right now. At least in terms of hitting.
Bloated individual, Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
As I clap my arms together, I bow my head a little bit, and you hear the sound of bell filling the air, and it has something ominous about it. It's not a happy Easter bells. It's a bell that usually rings when it's your time.
The wisdom save, right? Yeah. Yeah, guess I failed. Give me 2d12 damage.
Nice. Aw,
What the hell?
I hate that. I'm always unlucky on like D10s and D12s. They just
I
don't
mean,
want to roll
that's
well
like
for me.
1/2 of a damage below the average.
No, but it doesn't feel nice to roll a 2.
Yeah, it's like... It's like the closest you can get to the average, actually.
It's just not a good roll day for me.
Yeah, more bites down here.
Wait.
Oh, wait, you wanted to do more. Okay.
Running a bit further. That's first. And the second, I will keep talking to this thing. I will say, would you like to point our way to your master and save our time, or should we take this knowledge out of you with the force?
In response to that, it will just let out an and then it will get cut by the paper golem swarm. Maybe it hits this time? It does hit this time. No, I need to move it away again because I can't click the thing if the paper golem is on top. Down there, that's just this guy moving in here. Trying to deal a little bit more damage. And this turn, the big boy, I need to move the paper golem. Just imagine the paper golem is actually on top of the guy. Just imagine. The bloated guy's jaw distends and stretches, and with a single gulp, it just swallows the massive guy below it. What did I just delete? I deleted something wrong. What did I just do? I think I deleted something in the GM info overlay.
Well,
Yeah, probably some sort of thing you were supposed to fight later. Anyway, it eats the thing below it. Nom. And then it will just yet again claw at the ogre. Ooh, this claw is actually a hit for 15 points of damage. And we have the correct ogre. It's a con save.
Oh no!
And the ogre is now apparently he took a claw to his leg or his knee. Maybe it's his knee.
He took one of those shards of my bolt and stabbed him in the knee. So he took an arrow to the knee.
Basically.
No adventuring anymore, bro.
But yeah, him eating and healing I'm not liking, so
Yeah, waiting for the questions about the sweet rolls from this fella.
yeah. Like I want to help that group, but I want to put down Big Boy now.
Our aunt.
Well, first of all, the spectral catfish will
Bonk.
take a bite. That's not it. That's a picture of it.
My awakened mind is one way or two way. Have you decided, by the way?
It's one way.
Both
That
to
doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit?
Yeah, it just bounces off harmlessly.
Okay.
Or maybe the catfish notices that it doesn't really have proper teeth.
I think his
and
AC is
then,
14 from what
that was Arahan's bonus action, and with his action he will, because the spell was already cast, he can now cast a normal spell. And taking the is the diamond? Yes. Taking the diamond, he starts to say something, and a mass of grayish energy forms or swirls into the diamond, and then blows out towards the bloated guy, and a chromatic orb with as damage type thunder damage
Okay.
will be thrown. No, I clicked the wrong spell. My apologies.
No worries.
Because Arahan turned heel and blinded the ogre.
Yeah, well,
And Sauron.
and why is chromatic orb not on my list? It's okay. It's right here. Okay, and he will cast it at 3rd level.
Very cool.
If it hits, yes.
True.
A 20 for 20 thunder damage.
That hits and the 20s. That caused visible amount of damage. The guy
And it
is...
also made a boom sound.
Yes.
It's thunder. You hear boom.
As the thing is now holding its ears and maybe its eyes and any other softer parts that could have ruptured.
Nice.
Never mess with a wizard. And that's the turn of Arant.
Yeah, Ogre's doing bashing. Ogre's doing bashing better than before. Now.
Okay. Um, how's this one looking?
Should probably have taken another hit. It isn't looking too well. It's definitely below half.
Okay. Okay, I'll take another heavy shot at it. 17.
It's pretty close. It looks to
Damn.
be almost finished off.
Okay. Actually, I will re-roll one of those D10s for Piercer. The
Okay.
2 is what I'm trying to. Okay, so 2 more damage.
Still pretty close.
Damn it! I was hoping to edge it out. I'll just take a regular shot at it then.
So that hits indeed. That's terrible. Wait, why is this just 1 plus 4?
Why is that 1 plus 4?
There isn't even a roll behind it. It's just 1 plus 4. That shouldn't be like that.
Yep, because it got deleted somehow. Okay, let's re-roll the damage on it and see if it fixed itself.
Better, it's dead.
Okay, thanks for that catch. I was like, I thought I just rolled like shit.
Yeah. That's all?
Yep, that's my turn.
Cool. Horsey is doing an attacky.
6 shots taken.
The things were originally named Ghoulsteeds, so I always keep calling them horses, even though they are obviously not horses. They are very obviously not horses. I hope that everyone sees that. But I think, is the bolt actually better than the battle axe? Yes, because with his caster thing he can make 3 attacks, okay. I guess he shoots with that. And misses 2 of those.
Yeah, says AC is definitely a 14.
A boom. Sauron.
Bloated creature still alive.
Yes.
I have a vendetta on it. Oh,
Any specific reason for having a vendetta?
it doesn't fucking die.
Okay. Good enough, I guess.
Let's do that again. Let's do the Toll of the Dead. I go through the same routine, the bells again, and as I do it, I shout as much as it can be done through my channels. In its mind, repent, you wretched thing. Did you defend already?
Yeah, I failed.
Okay.
Do me the damage.
Fuck.
And that will not be enough. The last of the little things down there still clawing.
Yeah, get him.
The swarm will continue swarming.
Yeah. Aw.
Aww. That seems awfully low. Yeah, kinda is.
Had 1 average roll on that one.
Yeah.
It's a paper cut, lol.
I guess the other ogre is standing on the other corpse, so it can't really eat it. So it will just attempt to hit twice. One bite and one claw.
Oh no.
Going out with a going out with a bang. Okay. So why are ogres so bad at Constitution? That's not how that is supposed to work. And the claw with one she quits. Then that's 29. I didn't do the 9 damage yet, so that's a lot of damage, but not enough to bring down an ogre. Our hand. Ogre friend is struggling.
Okay.
Wrong ogre friend, but okay. The one that's actually a melee.
Which one?
Yeah, this one is taking the damage.
Oh, this one is taking the damage.
Yeah, the other one is one step out of melee.
Okay. 30 would do it. Well, as bonus action,
Yeah.
the catfish will attack again.
Very cool.
Here we go.
Yeah. Although the crit damage kind of let you down, but
The fish is dealing more damage than I do.
And
It's a
Yeah.
divine creature. It's fueled and empowered by a great deity.
and the fish just starts basically the spirit fish just takes the head of the creature into its mouth and just starts basically chewing down on it as it just basically eats it whole.
Okay. And then with his movement, Arahant will move his full 30 feet towards the ogre. Will put his hand on its shoulder and no, well, it's huge, so it's large. So he will put his hand on his back and say, "You fought very bravely. This will help you." And he is casting a cure wounds
Yes.
on 3rd level.
On 3rd level.
Yeah.
That should be a lot.
Indeed. Well, we are allies, so treat your allies well.
That's less often a lot than I. No, it's still pretty good.
He gets 18. He gets 18 hit points back.
And those cure wounds also heal them from the curse, right?
No.
now he'll have to make that himself. Just keep making a save.
Yeah, I don't think the thing where its leg is hurt is it's really important anymore.
Nah.
The last guard takes a jump and can't really take the thing down there down. And the Fade basically kill most of the stuff on the swing back. Technically the one big guy is still alive, but he isn't. He just isn't. He's only very technically alive.
Get back half. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
none of those. Not too bad as far as resources.
And you came out of the fight relatively unscathed. I think all of you are actually fully unscathed, but
Nah, it just happens we're all
Only
trained.
my dignity was hurt this time.
His ego was bruised.
Yep.
Well, Arhant is quite. After seeing what the spectral catfish did, he takes his holy symbol that is also in the shape of the head of a catfish, and looking at it, he closes his eyes, bows his head gently, and says, or whispers, "Thank you, my lord. Thank you for your help and your strength."
Yeah,
A
as
bit of
Mel's. Go ahead.
A bit of reverence towards his deity.
Okay. As Mel's holstering his crossbow, kind of shouts out over to the remainder. Oh, I didn't see if they came up to us. Walks up to and talks to the remainder of them. Wish we could have got there a bit sooner. How you faring?
could be worse. We have 4 guys at least wounded. So, or wounded. 4 guys not in fighting condition anymore, so we'll probably have to retreat. Wouldn't have lived without you.
I'm glad we could do our part.
If you want to, the spoils are yours.
Boils?
The
Spoils like
spoils.
trophies, you mean, right?
Yes.
Not after this one, though we would appreciate a bit of an information.
Yes. What kind of information?
Heart of Blight. A creature that started it all. We are after this one.
What?
You're really deep in the park, and you're probably here for the same mission. Maybe share what you found before you got struck.
That's not really why I'm here. And he shows you a bag of fruit that he's carrying with himself. The fruit are kinda how do you call it? Obloid? Is that a word? I think it is the word. Like football shaped. Though a vein-like growth is like kind of squeezing it like in like almost like make it almost look like an artery. The vein is blue while the rest of the fruit is red.
Is it that kind of shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's obloid.
It's like an alien egg. It's a veiny, skinny football. It's an alien egg.
Yeah. So, what are those? What's the story of this fruit?
Face grabber.
Now, what's the story with that fruit that you have?
I mean, that's the main or one of the biggest objectives of this hunt is to get as many of these out of here as we can. They are incredibly valuable for all kinds of magic.
and my eyes widen up a little as I turn my head to the Arahant, and without even opening the mouth, I tell him, "Don't you think that no one is interested in stopping the park blight? They are probably more interested in keeping it up and having those magic spoils over and over again. They are not. They didn't really send a big help with us, and the task at hand is seems to be much harder than this little fight. And without our friends, we wouldn't win it."
Hmm,
Mel would.
interesting.
Yeah, well, they're discussing. Mel would look to them. You said you gonna be on your way back, and then he'll kind of give a description of where the tree and such were to tell them to avoid that, especially while transporting wounded.
Thank you for your warning. We will heed it. And one of his two remaining companions says, Captain, we are. One of the wounded has just disappeared. And with that, wonderful cliffhanger, I think I will end the session.
Nah.
Yeah, sadly, Maurice was not just late, but infinitely late.
Dead and gone.
Missed the whole session. Yeah. Other than that, say your goodbyes to stream and to the watching audience and whatever.
Nope. Take it easy, guys. I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Have a nice weekend, and until next time. And play D&D.
Yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Bye bye.
I will use my spell slot and use mass command to the entire internet. Play D&D.
Until the next one, have a good one, everyone.